Hello everybody, this is Sonia. This is shiny, that's what the glare was. Okay, so I'm come on here now today because I want to show you how to make something. Well, I'm going to show you what I've made and maybe you'd like to try some. So, and to do the tutorial on this, look at these. Aren't these awesome? These are little bits that you can use, okay, in your journals, if you're doing a sewing journal or a knitting one or a craft one of some sort. I have put mine, let me see, I've done some work in this one. I'll just show you where I put it. Just hang on a second, I'll find it first. What did I do with it? Must be more than one though. Oh no, I think I've only put one in here so far. Okay, I'm looking. Nobody panic. Can't show you just yet because I finished this now. I finished the journal. Oh, there it is. Look, I put it there, see? In that bunch of stuff. You see? Little roll. Okay. So, it's a little thing of thread. Now, I'll do a variegated one because I like the variegated. This is actually a bit of cotton, pearl cotton, okay. Now it's a thicker one. I've got a piece here I cut a piece off the one of these. Oh dear, sorry, I've been all this stuff going in my head today. It's not working. Nothing's working. I'm going to start the timing thing now. That'll be a good idea. Now this is about 1 inch and I've just folded it in half, so I've got a bit of thickness to it. Because it's easier to do it this way. You could just wrap it around if you wanted, but it's easier to do it. And I've just started in the middle and I'm going to go around. I know in the others I did 7 times, but I might not need to do this that many times in this one. I don't know how many I have. I should pay attention and count them, Sonia. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think will be thick enough. You don't want it too big. And then you cut that off at the centre again, where you started, because you want to have this, it's got to be covered over those pieces. This one here's come out, but that's okay, it's not hurting too much, it's not just sitting there. Okay, so now I just need a random piece of paper, just a random piece of paper. I thought I'd do this with different colours, but just anything is alright. I tried to get stuff on writing on them, but that's too small. You can go and probably print off something tiny if you wanted to put around there, but I just didn't do that. And I just pull this off there. I let that go. I didn't mean to let it go, but it got away anyhow. And then I'm just going to get a bit of glue, and I'm going to put it on here, I think, on the paper. Now, the piece of paper is just long, hey? It's just a piece of paper. You need it to be small, like that. And then you want to put, I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I'm gluing it to the string. And that's okay, or the thread I should say. And then I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to put it around here. These were really good fun to make, these were. And I don't know why I didn't use more, but I definitely will. So just wait till the glue sticks. Try to make it so it's wrapping around there even. You don't want it to be skew whiff. I suppose you could write something on it yourself if you wanted to. Look at that. Isn't that cute? That is really cute. But I think this one here I've made a bit bigger, but that doesn't matter because this can go on your little embellishments that you're going to make, put in your journals. Now, I suppose I can show you what I've done, because I don't think I have anything else exciting here to show you how to make for the time being. I made a lot of things to go in this sewing journal, so I'm just going to, there's a button stuck to that. I want to put them in here because being pieces of thread, They'll just disappear and I'll never be able to find them again. What, is that true? Should put that in there too. I should keep a hold of it. Okay, so now here is, it hasn't got its cover on, but the inside's finished. So its cover is, I seem to have had an accident. It seems to be just as big as it was before I tried to make it smaller. So I'm sorry about that. It's not going to fit the page. Look, here it is. It's bigger than... I put it in a bigger thing, didn't I? And look what I've done. Okay, so it's going to be covered with this piece of linen. It's a nice cream, beautiful piece of linen. And I have to work out yet, otherwise I would have did it this morning. But I'm gonna work out what I'm gonna use, how I'm gonna finish the edges of it. You know, there's a little bit to be done, but I can figure that out. And here is the nearly finished cover for the front. Nearly finished cover for the front, and it still is the right size. So that I'm really pleased about. There we go. That's it. This is my sewing journal, and hopefully I'll have this done in the next couple of days. Okay. So that's the cover. I was actually going to do this video before I put it up on Etsy, but I'll do a flip through of it here and show you. Okay, so this is the first pages, as you would have seen previously. These ones here, and I've got this part here what opens out, and I've got this in there and it's been stamped on, but that doesn't matter because it's got things to do with it. This is an envelope that I put in here, a couple of pieces of things that you can write on or journal on, and there's also a pocket here which I thought I had something in. Maybe it slipped. It is there. Wait a minute, I better find that. It is in here. I'll go get it for you. I'll go get it. Hang on a second. Wait a minute, I might be trying to get it out the wrong place. I am too. Here we go. Come here, you. There is something in here. Right, gotcha. Okay, now I'm going to move the cover for a minute. Okay, now so it's a bit large, isn't it? So there's a flip thing up there that you can write in. There's a little booklet here that you can write in that I made. A few pages on that. That's made of an old piece of pattern paper, and there's trim. On most of the pages has a bit of lace or some sort of trim, okay? I didn't know what to do with that, but I've left it for writing on, okay? That's a good idea, isn't it? And this is a piece of my, whatever, collage. Yeah, well, I like it anyway. And I had the pockets made with a gusset thing, so you can put more stuff in it and that. Bit of rick-racky down the side here, and it's got a little bit of blue spots on it, okay? This page here's got my buttons, a button card on it, some trim and lace all around the outside of these bits. That one hasn't got any up the top there. I will look at that later and see if it needs it. I don't think it does. This is part here that opens up. I've got it closed with this heart thing. Now, I don't know if I did that on purpose. I don't think I did. So that's really nice, isn't it? I didn't realise I had a heart paper clip on the heart, on this heart here. But I like that. That's a nice little booklet and a little picture on there. And then I made this little card and I put some press studs on. And then there's this one here that's a one that I did with really pretty papers, and this one here that I've done and made it a flip over. I changed that up a bit, made it a bit more to go with me book, because I did find that a lot of what I did hasn't really, well, it didn't really go with me book, so you might see this is a bit different than what it was, okay? So there's a place here with a journaling page in it, and there's a journaling spot there, and there's also this round thing there you can write on or do something with. Okay, so I've left this piece here. I haven't put on anything. You can take that off the paper because that is done on fabric. This is a little note thing you could use. Here's a belly band thing crosses over, and I've made another little note thing that you can work in and put some little bits and pieces on. I think you see me making those. And this one here, I like this here. This is really cool. This is actually a half a page, half a paper bag, and a couple of little things tucked in there to write on. I like how this goes up over that side there. I thought I'd continue on a few pages. I've made that just like that look. Okay, so that's a tuck, as you can see, and I left that there because maybe somebody want to put a picture or something on there, their own thing. I don't know. And I made this little embellishment. This is a flip over thing that you can write in. Put something in there. Got lace down the side. You see me make that. That is awesome. I love it. And you can just journal underneath that if you want to. And there's a little tuck thing in that, and a song I was sent by I hope it's all right what's written. There's nothing. Love these. I absolutely love that page. I do like what I've done there. And this one here, this has changed a bit. This was the blue page, people. Remember the blue piece of paper? Remember the blue envelope? That was it under there, and I've changed it. I've made a little embellishment thing for the top and changed the blue page. It's all a bit blue on it, but not as much now. This one here's just for writing on, and that's my patchworky thing. Patchwork cotton reels. Here's another page with nice bits and pieces on. There's a little spool, and I've hung a bead and that off there. I've got a little tiny pocket here, there, and there's two pieces in this pocket here. And this bare piece of paper. This bare piece of paper. Because over here I've got this piece, and there's wrinkles, but that's because of all the embellishments in it. But it doesn't matter because, you know, I do like what I've done with this one. put a cotton reel top on there, and I just have a spare piece in there as well. I don't know, you know, you never know, you might need. This is one of my paper clips here on the side, and a spare piece of paper. And this one here, I like this. It's quite pretty, but I'm a bit. This is very hard for. It should stick. It's you know, I'm hoping it's going to stick. Okay, so in here I've got this tag that I like because I love that machine, that thing. I've also got some paper here that you can write on. It unfolds, of course, and it's got green on it for as much as it went on there. And I love this bit of green burlappy stuff, and the nice orange flower goes really well on that. So this is up to the second signature. Okay, so there's another piece of little rolly up thing. A couple of tags in here. Another little patch that I made. I don't think that's a pocket. I think it's just a patch. This one here's a pocket. This one here's a pocket. And this one here's a pocket. So there's a thing stuck in there. I think you can see there's a pocket there. And then there's a spare page. This one here, I liked it when I finished. I was worried about it first, but it all turned out all right. It's a good sized pocket there. You can fit way more than this little picture in there, but that's what I put in there for the time. But you can go in that anyway. And I've just got these ladies out of the off the pattern, and then I've actually added a little bit of bling to their clothes because I thought that gives it a little bit of a lift. It was very, very plain, very, you know, down. Now most of these pages have, there's a, no, that's not a pocket, that actually is the pocket of that one. What am I doing? A lot of these pages have 2 or 3 thicknesses because there's one glued onto another one and I'm having a really bad time with this corner here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'll have to cut that out. I had a terrible time with that corner. It's not good, what's the name for me? Journal, is it? I'm going to have to see what's going on with that. It keeps getting stuck. So I made a belly band, okay, to put on here out of a nice piece of trim. I've sewn buttons on, and then I sewed the button on a button to the card to put in there because it'll only fall out and get lost if I don't, so that's what I got that for. You don't want it in there, you cut it off, I suppose. And there's another tucked there, made out of the postcard. I made them like the bottom of the, what would you say, the sewing box. Bottom of your sewing box can be messy like that. I can't get that in there, that's not good. I've got to go back out. Okay, and there's a pocket, and there's one of my little dresses, and I put orange little beads down there, okay? Now, there's a paper clip, there's writing space on both sides of that. And that one, and this is here something I don't know how that come to be there, but it is. Now this is where I put my other little dress that I was making. I've got a little card in there fastened to the top because it kept falling out, and I thought, well, what's the point if it's not going to be there? So I fastened that onto the button with one of these ribbon clamp things, and you can write in there. Of course, you can write behind the dress, and then I've got a nice little flower up there that I did, and a piece of nice trim, and I can see that sitting down a bit skew with there. Might fix that a bit. Oh my goodness, there's 2 pages. There's 2 pages. Here's my hat page, right? Now, I haven't done much with this, but I don't mind leaving it white because you can still write around it, okay? And then there's that's a pocket, right? We've got a nice big pocket behind there, and I put a couple of little die cuts and made this little embellishment to put on it with all the bits and pieces on there. And there's another page. This one here, now I've covered that with pattern paper. Thought I was going to leave that like that, but then I wasn't really keen, so I've just covered it with some lace and some beads. And this is a little booklet like the wassline that I got, the bead, the needle book I got. There's a little patch on there, and then there's another page, and then we've got another card here to write on, and this is another pocket here. And there's a spare piece of paper. This keeps getting stuck on here. I don't know why. It's dry, but for some reason it keeps getting stuck to itself. Unless it's sticking to one another, the thing must be exactly in the same space. Okay, so I put my little skirt on there because I made it into a paper clip. Okay, you can take that off, move it somewhere else if you want it. But I just got it there because that opens out like this. Okay, so I just thought I'd stick that on there, just to hold it down a bit. And then I've put this one here across, well, that's across the top. You see me make this one here too, didn't you? So there's another really pretty lady and some bits and pieces on that one. This one here's got journaling space here. There's about 3 or 4 pages there. This one here's one of my favourites. It's a beautiful piece of applique and embroidery, and then it's got 2 cards in there behind that, and I think I've got 2 more here somewhere. I'm supposed to be putting in something. I can't see where they are. Okay, so that's really nice, eh? And I'll use a nice trim to put around there. Now this one here wasn't sticking, but now it is. It wasn't sticking, but now it is over here because of the paper. I think is the reason why it wasn't sticking, but now it is. What am I doing here? I've got something in here, haven't I? Yeah, there it is. I've got 2. And find them. Okay, so there's two tucked in there. Now this one here is one of my favourites. I like this page too. I did this one of the days when I was doing these. It was just all working for me, so I just kept going. I've put I made this here with more little pages in there. Got that bit across, stuck it in with a bit of, what's the name, see all the glue. It doesn't matter, I don't think, it's part of the thing. I've got some pattern paper, I've got a nice piece of lace and a lady cut out there, and I did these buttons on strings and I thought that looked cool. And then I put some nice lace on down the side and the back. And here is the back pocket, and in the back pocket it has "From Mother" written on that, and a piece of paper. And when I find my stamp, I'll put my stamp me work, because I know I've got it here somewhere. I had it sitting up there, and I just don't know where it is. So that's it. Look at it. It's huge, isn't it? It is absolutely gorgeous, but I love it. Okay, so I don't know. I think I'll be putting this up because I've only got videos on slow stitching to put up, I think, so far. That's what I've got left. So this one here will be on soon. Maybe I can put this up next to show you that it's finished. Unless I videoed any of what I was doing inside, I can't remember now. Okay, so that's it. It's my sewing journal. I don't know what I'm going to put around the outside of it yet because I'm putting this on. I'm putting that on, so I need to have something that comes underneath here. I need to put something underneath it to come around underneath the back of that as well, so I can just put a tie or something across the front of it here, because I did want to put the book in the middle with the pages in it, but I don't know if I need that. I think I've got a fair bit of space. There's a fair few books in there, and if I put something else in there, this is going to just be sitting straight like that. But it's a decoration, isn't it? I think it's really lovely. I love it. So thank you everybody for watching, and let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye bye.